Kelly did ask me to show our organizational chart for our foster program. So it is a mess. I'm sorry, but I'm not good at this kind of stuff.
It doesn't need to be pretty.
But let me explain. So
I feel like this accurately represents everyone's organization, though.
all right. So the blue stickies represent paid full-time staff. So that's me. I have a manager and she oversees 3 placement coordinators. We have one placement coordinator that focuses on adult animals and one placement coordinator that focuses on baby animals. And then we have a swing coordinator who does whatever is needed for whatever population we currently have at the time. And obviously when things get kind of cold around here, we don't have as many baby animals, but so he will then shift and focus on adult animals. But that's kind of how we have our structure broken down. And then we have this massive team of over 40 volunteers who help us with all of the things. And the biggest population of volunteers we have are our case managers, who you saw on the case management sheet. And basically volunteers tap out at about 10 cases. And so we have, I have 2 lead case managers who help me with making sure that animals are moving through stages quickly. They're not like just sitting at an unavailable stage. And if they are, they're helping the case manager kind of mitigate what those barriers are to keep those animals moving through. And they report back to me on how things are going. And so I don't personally have to help all 35 case managers figure out what's going on with their cases. Things are just elevated to me when things are kind of stuck or having an issue with a foster parent. And that kind of keeps things off of my coordinators and my program managers' plate so that they can focus on what's going on with the animals in the shelter and get them out the door. So I have a lot of kitty cat case managers. I've got a case manager who can swing for felines and she can pretty much manage any population except for unweaned. I've got someone who specializes in kitten socialization. And then I have my unweaned case managers who do bottle babies and moms with babies. And then on my doggo side, I have 4 dog case managers. And then I can't see because this thing. Okay, a mom and puppies case manager. Sorry, there's a lot of them. Someone who focuses on itty bitty dogs and their mamas. And then our lead case managers kind of help me out with my small animal case manager as needed, but mostly she and I coordinate and communicate directly. And then I have a group of case managers that manage multiple species. So our adoption specialist team works with animals who are ready for adoption. They go right into foster, and they're making sure that the foster has the bio and the photos and all that stuff, and they're flipping to an available stage very quickly unless there's some mitigating factor to say we wouldn't want the animal to be available right away, helping them through the adoption process. So there are teams that manage this because the turnaround time on things is really quick. And this team manages up to 30 cases and this team manages up to 40 cases at a time. So it gives us lots of capacity for putting animals into foster rapidly and turning them over really quickly. And then we have 2 case managers that focus specifically on animals who require medical treatment and are not yet available for adoption. And then I have a volunteer that like ghost writes all my communication. So I just basically have a plan of topics and then she makes it sound really nice. And then all I have to do is copy paste it. Like she finds all the cute pictures and I'm like, we need to tell fosters X, Y, and Z, but she makes it sound nice. So I don't have to like waste my brain space on that. So it's nice. So my manager and I rotate through who sends out weekly communications, and all we basically have to do is copy paste stuff, which is really nice. And then I have a team of admin volunteers who basically help us with all of our data entry, getting stuff from one database into another. And then, of course, our organization is great at supporting the foster program. Our adoptions team actually does the adoption counseling and finalization. They also support foster to adopt. I don't have anything to do with that program. It's basically animals who have medical needs that aren't quite wrapped up, but we don't want them necessarily sitting in the shelter waiting to wrap that up for, like we'll adopt out, do foster to adopt for like heartworm dogs or something like that. Medical obviously helps us with any medical issues, doing vaccine appointments, anything that requires something medical. Medical is supporting us. Customer care helps us with answering basic foster questions that come in, basic medical questions that come in over the phone. And they also help us send animals out into foster when somebody comes to pick up an animal. And then obviously our behavior team supports any behavior issues that may crop up. They are awesome. They work directly with the foster parents. They allow foster parents to come and take any of the training classes that we offer to the public for free. So it's, takes a village. So that's my really quick, super fast how HRA foster program works.